Hey.
What the fuck was that episode, dude?
Bro, I just want to, just to make myself crystal clear so you know exactly what this is going to be.
Okay.
Supercorp is literally in-game, and I mean it.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't even, me and Julie haven't, talked about this at all yet, because we haven't, phone called or anything about the episode. What the fuck?
Literally? What the fuck?
I just rewatched it. I rewatched it on, a streaming service that was on, my TV, so I could give it that extra ratings boost. And, let me just say, it was a great episode. Huh?
Were they holding hands?
Oh, when they ran away from,
yes.
the exploding thing. Yeah, I have no idea. I have, the highest quality version of the episode now that shouldn't have a logo, so I'll be able to zoom in and really tell, but it's just kind of the angle and how Kara's arm moved that made it a little bit difficult to tell, but, dude, wow.
Dude.
The way that the episode started off, it left me with no room to breathe almost when it just showed us, them at the airport, and I was, already, slammed.
Already,
Oh, dude. And then, I actually, upon rewatch, before we get into the Supercorp stuff, I just wanted to establish that the stuff with Kelly and Alex is really boring, and they need to be doing a better job of, if they're going to put them together, they need to have them in some interesting, fun scenarios, because that was awful to watch.
Yeah, it absolutely was. First of all, no... Single...
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Say it.
Single lesbians, first of all, aren't going to be oh my god, I want a kid right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, maybe in the real world, there's an outlier who will, but majority-wise, they don't. So for them to have a character who's just, this niche, random outlier is so bizarre and disrespectful.
Yeah, and they have to make them interesting because Kyler can't carry it on chemistry alone because she doesn't have chemistry with women.
Me and Elle, who used to be Sapphics on Tumblr, but now they're Dykes, that's their URL. We were talking about it yesterday, we were texting for the first time in a while, and, I have to agree, their scenes do lack a lot of oomph, and I think that it's not, I don't think it's the fault of AZ, I think Kyler's just not enjoying it or having fun. She seemed like she just hates her life this season, and maybe that's another reason that I haven't been cool with Alex as a character. You guys all know what I think of her, and I think a lot of it is that Kyler seems miserable, dude.
Yeah, it seems as though, because I'll admit, she was all in for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever she was pushing Kara towards Monel.
Okay.
But, now, it can also say, they don't know what to do with their character, because they really don't.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't even...
This season has been not good for Alex and Alex alone, because everyone else, this season's good.
Yeah, but that is okay, because I do not care about Alex.
Because I do not care about Alex, and I do not like her. You can quote me on it. I'll go on record saying it. I think Alex is an annoying character, and I want her gone.
Yeah, well, now that that's out of the way, and we've established what was kind of the, you've got Supercorp, and Supercorp is, strangling us, holding us down by the throat, choking the life out of our bodies, and then all of a sudden it's, this intense pressure and, excitement and heart-racing feelings, because we almost had 5 reveals. That was crazy, all of this stuff. So you've got all that going on, and then it cuts to this lesbian who just wants a kid, and then this random it was weirdly paced, but they were trying.
Also when Kelly was we couldn't be out in service,
she said that.
Okay, I suppose don't ask, don't tell was a thing.
It's just, there's that harmful trope of, everybody who is a cop, like Maggie, or is a military service person is gay. And I just think that's very bizarre, because in order for them to be gay, they have to kind of be under, the thumb of authoritarianism, if that makes sense.
They want us to believe that gay people are bootlickers because we're so outspoken about the injustices within the system.
I will say that there is a lot of gay people in the military. There is a lot, but it's still, the whole cop thing. They are, but the whole cop thing is just a little bit too much. I do think there's a difference between being a part of the military and being a cop.
Oh, yeah, for
you know?
Sure.
Because military, you've got these different facets, and then as a cop, you literally are out there just being a rat bastard on the streets.
And
literally.
With the military, you know, there's that promise of, if you come from an impoverished family, you're going to get your college for free.
Exactly. So, I mean,
a lot of gay kids, you know, they're not going to have support from their family.
Exactly.
So
they've been kicked out.
Turn towards the military in order to get the benefits. And there are some. In the long run, is it really worth it? But, like...
yeah.
I mean, it's most...
What?
It's, like, the farthest away they can get from their family, and when they come home, they have a place to go.
Prestige. Yeah, they have money and independence and all that. And, you know, it is kind of predatory in a way that... You know, they offer all of these amazing benefits for young people. Like, why don't you offer that for young teachers? You know, people who are going into different walks of life in society that are also good. We need to talk about the episode. What the fuck are we doing? We're, like, talking about the military.
Yeah.
It's just...
Anyway,
it's hard
to bastards.
Yeah, it's hard to go into the whole Carlina thing because it was so intense. I'm not even done processing it.
I mean it when I say during that, the almost reveal on the plane.
Oh, my heart.
I blacked out. Like, I saw Kara stand up and, like, take her glasses off and do the pose, and then there was ringing in my ears, my vision went blurry.
Like, yeah, the levels of excitement that I felt, like, I'm sorry, like, every single scene,
everything that happened in that episode, as soon as it ended, I felt like I railed a line of coke.
Yeah, I mean,
or two, like, one up each nostril, like, that shit, I was like...
Yeah, I mean, we're not even going to get into what all the other characters were doing, because Cara and Lena really were the A-plot. Yeah, and I really, like, wow, like, they had so much going on for them. They had, like, their weird, like, husky Lena banter with the technology going on.
When she was ready to bump clits all the way to Cosmo?
Literally, yeah, like, that's what I saw going on, and, you know,
also, she had, weird. Like, sushi and champagne.
Right? What kind of bougie-ass date? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She was ready to join the Mile High Club.
I don't know what that is. Why does everyone keep saying that?
It's when you fuck on an airplane.
Oh,
because you're a mile high in the air.
I think you're more than a mile high.
You're miles high in the air.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
didn't grow up around airplanes. I don't know what that is.
Airplanes. I know so many people from Alabama who would say, like, earnestly, they would say the whole, like, if humans are meant to fly, God would give us wings.
Look, if we were meant to fly, God would have given us wings, and I firmly believe that.
Literally, that's how they would act. It's unreal. Like,
that's how I would act. What do you mean?
The South traumatized me to a point where, like, when I was, like, 16 and I had just gotten out of there, I used to be like, bro, we should just nuke the South, because it was very stressful. It was a very toxic experience to be down there.
Oh.
But, you know,
I lived there
it needs to be reformed.
1 year, so...
It needs some liberal reformation, you know? But then what are you going to do with all the crazies? The South is somewhere for the crazies to go, you know? Yeah, but...
Anyway...
You know, yes, dude.
See, I try to focus on this episode, and I black out. It was so good. Like, it was just so good.
You know what my favorite highlight was? Something that I love so much I haven't even gifted yet, because I wanted to wait for, like, the most quality download.
What?
Oh my goodness, when the Linda Lee room thing with pictures of Lena everywhere, stills that I recognized covering the wall, stills of her and Cara. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. It was like a shrine type thing, and the fact that Lena was there and, like, Cara and Lena being on the wall together was, like, so emphasized and stuff. Like, Linda has just been, like, just watching that, like, just looking at those, like, it's unsettling, but, like, in a good way, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And next episode with Cara, like, having been, you know, black bagged and all that, like, if they talk about Lena, dude, I am gonna collapse. Like, seeing these two versions of her kind of discuss that is gonna be crazy.
They will. Like, I think there is a big chance, because, I mean, look at the stills they use. It's the ones that we've always used, where it's like, why is Lena looking at her like that, or why is Cara looking at her like that?
Yeah, I mean, we've like, I recognize all the pictures.
Every single picture on that wall has been dissected.
Literally, that's why when I saw them, I literally felt like I had I had taken like a rail of like not even coke but like mushrooms, like ground up mushrooms, because it felt like my past was like combining with my future in like a very unsettling, colorful way.
I felt like I was on like a 3-day speed bender, like.
I know, like the contrast around you turns the fuck up and your head starts to swirl. Like, who needs drugs when you have Supercorp in your life? And I mean that.
Unironically, I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, it's crazy. It just, these, you know, the first time I ever really felt like that, when I first saw 2X12, that was the first Supergirl episode I ever watched live voluntarily. I was so happy and excited, and I was, you know, I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. But then when, you know, 2X15 aired, I was also very excited. But when 2X18 aired and she like almost kissed her forehead and she was cuddling up to her, I like blacked out, and I couldn't even believe it. Like, you know, a part of me was like, oh, you know, like they're becoming closer, but like I didn't expect that. And that's just how I felt throughout all of these episodes. Like, the Supercorp Endgame, dude, like, it's so much going on. I don't even, like, this podcast could be 4 hours of us just, like, dissecting every scene because it was so much.
Going back and forth just saying Supercorp Endgame.
Yeah, absolutely.
For 4 hours.
Yeah, I loved that scene, but what I really loved about that moment where they both gotten separated or whatever was when Kara came back to her and she, like, was so, like, shaken up and scared of Lena finding out, stammering, and, like, Lena was grabbing her and, like, grabbed her lapel and was like, it's okay, and, wow.
Yeah.
Like, Melissa said it, Katie said it, like, dude, like, I don't even know how to start, like, I'm flushing because so much of this episode, like, left me so excited. Like, it was just so good. Like, they really took off with the 4B plot. Like, they were like, all right, guys, get your shit together. The show's gonna be good now. Like, talk about your Reddit post.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So, you told me to post this. I'd like to
I did. I actually made the meme, but I was like, Julie, post it, because I just posted something and I didn't want the,
And it was like, I mean, we share the brain cell, so it's fine. But,
it's fine.
let me pull up reddit.com right quick.
Oh, Rutro.
Oh, Rutro. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, did you see me jumping on all their shit, like, in the comments? I really went hard.
Yeah. Okay, so...
go ahead.
Posted, I said, need to speak my mind after 420, and the meme that Haley made is Lisa Simpson in front of the presentation, and it says, Supercorp becoming canon would be awesome, and Katie and Melissa would nail it if they nail it. They have on-screen chemistry. You guys are just focusing on obnoxious shipper clicks instead of the romantic undertones, and what a big win it would be for gay representation in mainstream media on a show that prides itself on being progressive. And they even tagged it with shipping.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, people who don't want to see that
could filter it.
Yeah, they'll have it filtered. But, I know one on Reddit, all these men on Reddit don't have brains.
Well, you know, a lot of them were sympathizing with me. I got some upvotes. In the end, I would feel like we won that battle, but it is very, yeah.
We absolutely have it. 66% upvoted right now.
Oh, really? Wow, yeah. Okay. It was at, like, negative last night. And, like, when all the dude bros were, like,
I know, like, this one I liked. It was, anyone who says there's no romantic coding between Kara and Lena comes in bad faith. No, you don't have to ship it, but if you can't see the blatant romantic undertones, then you're either not watching the show correctly or you're playing ostrich. It doesn't mean that it doesn't matter the show will never actually put them together. Everyone knows
Untrue.
That. Whatever. But there are romantic tropes that play and they're quite blatant. No point in denying it. Like, they're right.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree with that. People who act like they don't see what's going on are just being turds, basically. They really are. They are being ostriches. I love that they said that. Now I can use that. But, like, dude, wow. Just...
I think a personal favorite I saw. Personal favorite. Reply. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, take your time.
Someone said, I don't know why we even need it, because Batwoman's gay, or Batwoman will be gay. No one wants that, first of all.
Yeah.
Because it's Ruby Rose. Like, honestly, Batwoman would be anyone else. People would be hyped for it, but it's Ruby fucking Rose.
Yeah, I mean, we're all embarrassed of her, basically.
Literally. Yeah, we're all, like, casting our eyes down, like, oh, we don't. She's one of them. Anyway.
Yeah.
But, so they're like, Batwoman's gonna have all the representation. Watch Black Lightning if you want a lesbian main character. It's like, okay, but Black Lightning's not about her.
Yeah, basically just like every rude ass fucking ignorant excuse.
But my favorite one I saw was Jessica Jones is pretty butch.
What?
Someone said Jessica.
I don't know about Marvel. Oh, I don't know about all that.
Somebody
I've never
said
watched
Jessica
that show.
Jones was butch.
Okay.
She wears like full makeup and has
Mia's her butch makeup, bro.
It's her butch makeup, bro.
Yeah, like literally, Kin. I don't know how she has time to do her makeup that much when she's like always getting drunk and beating the crap out of people, but whatever. You know, back to the episode, dude, like every single Supercorp scene had like so much like nuance and so much cool shit going on that I just feel like I'm dead. Like when Lena like screamed out for Kara, when Kara's tape recorder stopped the thing from like going through Lena's heart, like the symbolism, bro. Like Kara striking through herself on the wall.
Okay,
like,
no,
what?
I know I sent this to you.
Yeah.
What did I say? She specifically goes over like herself only.
Yeah,
and like she's on purpose on hitting Lena, right?
Oh yeah. It was just dumb that she did that because the whole facility was going to explode anyway, but she was really going through it.
She was adamant to do it, but like, what if it's kind of a,
foreshadowing?
It's people like, it's foreshadowing because it's gonna tear through the relationship or whatever the fuck. But like, it could also be foreshadowing that like, Kara's overthinking it. She's like, basically setting herself on fire and being like, oh my god, he's gonna hate me after this.
Yeah.
We're never gonna be the same. I'm gonna have to make this up to her. But, like, it might be, like, Lena's gonna be just as steady as she always has been, because Kara's been there for Lena a million different times.
Yeah. I mean, I am, for one, super excited that we actually are going to get to see the reveal in the finale. That's been my hope, you know, that it would somehow be pushed back, but I just didn't believe that they would do it. I didn't believe that they would have an entire episode baiting the, reveal.
I know.
But it was...
Like, romantic. That's...
Yeah,
clear,
for sure.
Romantic superhero and love interest coding.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it was like the most anxiety-inducing thing ever, too. It really was. Every 2 seconds, you're like, this is it. This is the moment. And then it wasn't. And then at the end, even then it wasn't the moment. And then you've got Kara, like, giving her heartbreaking little speech to James.
I know. That whole speech to James is basically Kara being like, first of all, I love Lena more than you ever could, so before we talk anymore, we're gonna drop that one down.
I got that vibe. I don't know how I got the vibe, but somehow I did.
Even if she hates me.
Even if she hates me, like it was
also
so good.
Even if she hates me, like Kara's never gonna not love her, and that's also in order to hate, you have to love. You can't have one extreme without another.
She just doesn't want to hurt her because, you know, I mean, I'm sure that Kara is terrified that the longer that she keeps this secret from Lena... Oh, the scenes were so good, but we'll get into that in a second. But, like, the longer she keeps this secret from Lena, the more, in the end, you know, it's going to hurt her. It's going to hurt Kara because she's kept this secret for so long. It's going to make the relationship worse. If she had told her on the plane, maybe things would have been a little bit better than they will be in the fallout. And, you know, obviously it might get uncovered. She, on that plane, had the opportunity to tell Lena on her terms, and now she might not. I mean, maybe she still will tell her, and maybe it will be like they'll wrap everything up and have a nice finale scene where she tells her. Maybe, but I think that that she's gonna... It's gonna be rough that she decided not to, because she's trying to protect Lena. Lena was not in the right mindset to hear that Kara was Supergirl. She was already so devastated. She's trying to prevent Lena from having harm at her own expense in some ways, because it's going to make her look like more of a dick, and she just feels so much guilt keeping this from Lena. You know?
And we've never seen Kara this racked with guilt. Like,
never.
Straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she sent Mon-El the fuck off, and then was fine.
She was okay, like, after 2 episodes, and that was hilarious.
I know, like, she had that, like, breakdown, like, I killed him or whatever the fuck, but it wasn't that it was him, it was the fact that she might have killed somebody.
It was, yeah, I mean, and it was something that was very dear and traumatic to her because it was the whole pod and space thing. She was trapped in space for to her, what must have felt like years and years, you know, in the Phantom Zone. We don't know how long it was for her. And, she, you know, there's been little hints at, like, the trauma that she experienced when she was stuck there. But, like, that is horrific to be, like, in total silence. People go crazy from that when they have, like, scientific places where they keep people completely, what do you call that?
Isolated.
Where they, like, isolated, complete isolation. And then there's rooms that you can put people in with no sound that are, like, completely black, and people go crazy. They start to hallucinate. Like, poor Kara, dude. I mean, she might be in a hallucination right now, for all we know.
For all we
Crisis?
know. Yeah.
Can you imagine if... Okay, so we already know that Crisis on Infinite Earths is going to have some crazy twists. Maybe they'll merge the Flash universe with Supergirl universe. Maybe they won't, but maybe they will. And what if they have Kara wake up in the pod and she actually never escaped the Phantom Zone and she's her age now? She never went to Earth. Can you imagine? Like Power Girl. Power Girl was an adult when she came to Earth. Can you imagine if they do that to her? What the fuck? Oh
my god.
I mean, that would be brutal.
That's fucked. Don't give them any ideas.
I know, but, like, dude, I love where they're taking Kara and Lena's stuff. It's so much more fun to watch the show with all this going on. And I'm still sweating and, like, having trouble processing it, but, like, it was amazing. It was so good. It was like reading, like, a good fanfic. You know what I mean? It really was.
Like, that episode was just so good, and
It was amazing. Like, literally. I don't even, like...
absolutely did love... is
what
one scene that I absolutely did love was Lena already like having climbed up and then like reaching down for Kara.
With like the whole parallel from 3X05 when the plane was falling.
Yeah, and I made that gift set.
Yeah, felt amazing, felt organic. It was really good stuff.
It really, and then just how worried Lena is, because it's like it shows that, and people are like, you know, after she tells her like Lena's gonna feel silly for worrying, like, I don't think Lena's gonna worry any less, knowing that if anything it's gonna make her worry more, because she knows that there's one thing that can definitely kill Kara, and it keeps popping up. Yeah,
I mean, you know, ultimately this isn't gonna be easy. I'd like to think that maybe Lena will get over it, sure, but you know, it's what Kara did is pretty fucked up and is unforgivable. But I mean, not unforgivable, but it's gonna hurt. But I think one thing that people aren't, you know, thinking about and recognizing is Kara and Lena have such deep, intense love for each other and such a deep, intense bond that I don't think that even if they try to be like, oh, fuck you, I hate you now, it's like, that's not gonna last. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really do care about each other intensely.
Yeah, it will not last.
Yeah, I mean... that's gonna draw them together.
They're inseparable.
I totally agree with you. I think that they're basically like the heart of the show right now. And I mean that in terms of like what keeps Kara, like, I don't even know, not even motivated, but like it's where Kara is very I don't know. There's just so much. It's so good. And like when they were working together as a unit against Eve or whatever, like, and they were talking about Red Daughter in like kind of an amicable way, but they were kind of subtly disagreeing. And then like Lena's terror at losing Kara and like the way she kept like literally crying out to God, like that just, to me, the fact that she's only ever mentioned God in the show when she's, you know, was worried that something happened to Kara and she hugged her. She was like, thank God you're okay. When she hugged her again, she was like, you know, thank God, whatever. Like, in this episode, like, the fact that you've got this very intelligent, like, scientific person crying out to God when they think that, like, hello? What do you think, Julie?
Yeah, like, when the fucking building went up in flames and she just screamed Kara. Like, yeah. First of all, that's not gonna do anything.
I was firing on all cylinders.
Towards it.
Yeah, she's like runs for the burning building.
If Kara if she had not been emerging from that building, Lena would have went in.
You think?
To look for her.
I think so too. Yeah, she would have been like going through the rummage and all that. I believe it for sure. I mean, Lena and Kara is just...
Yeah, she would have absolutely just been like through the fire and the flames, just going for it.
Yeah, and like the Clois parallels with the way Kara acted. She acted like how the Superman... So there's Superman, the first Superman movie from 1978, and then there's the second Superman movie where Lois almost finds out his identity. He's about to tell her. He takes off his glasses, he straightens up and does the Superman pose. Kara did that for Lena, and then you've got the whole like, oh, I passed out thing that was like almost quote for quote ripped from the first Superman 1978 movie. So bro, like they really are hard, and like the color coordination that they've been very consistent with.
And
I mean, that is like,
even like, go on.
What? Oh, like they did that in Smallville, bro. Like they did, and there's a whole color wheel out there, and they're just like happening to put them in like red and blue. Not so. Smallville did that on purpose. It was a costume department choice, and I think, like Julie, they're just. I'm just wondering now when they're gonna kiss. Like, I watch them in scenes together, and I'm like, all right, guys, bring it on. Right, the slow burn needs to burn. Let's go. Literally, a snapping.
No, but like, but also like you can see that they've made the internal decision.
I think so. I mean,
like you can like look at the social medias now.
Yeah, like so much Supercorp, and the fact
so much Supercorp and stuff. Like all their social media feed is turning into. Like, though they have the other characters, but they use Supercorp scenes, to use Supercorp clips, pictures, like, GIFs.
Yeah, that's what gets likes and stuff, though. Like, that is it. And they're choosing to do all these Carlina bots, and I love it. I'm so excited for more Comic Corp. But you know what I really loved?
What?
And what makes me think that they really are, like, kind of gearing up to perhaps pull the Supercorp trigger is, when they were on the plane and they were, like, having their sushi date, like, and they were, like, before Kara was, like, oh, we're always gonna be on the same side, blah, blah, and they were, like, Lena was, like, huskily talking about her technology and, like, gazing at Kara. I know, weirdly.
She was, like, what's gonna get Kara's pussy wet? Is it technology?
Yeah, and then Kara, like, this was, I went and rewatched it last night, because, like, I rewatched the episode last night, and then I rewatched it again today, after I'd seen it live, so I've seen it 3 times now, and, like, when Lena says that, she's like, you know, humans make mistakes, my technology doesn't, and Kara, like, did this, like, that kind of a laugh. I didn't even caption it in my gift set, because it was just, like, such a weird, like, flirty, like, like, almost, like, bashful type laugh, and I watched it, and I was just looking at it, I was like, what? Like, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Yeah, it's just, they need to gear up and fucking do it, dude. They need to pull that trigger. I would like to see it. I would love to see it, in fact.
And, like, I think they absolutely have made the internal decision, because just from everything that we've seen and then all the episodes now, like, they're delivering on showing them as friends, and then it's more than that. Like,
it is.
Listen, like, if they really wanted to make Supercorp just friends, if they just wanted to have Kara and Lena be friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kara, as Supergirl, would have gone to Cosnea with, like, Alex from the DEO.
Oh, true. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're totally right. Like, they could have fulfilled the same thing. Or even Brainy, you know?
Or even Brainy, like, it would have been Kara, Brainy, and Nia.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make it, like, an actual mission. Right? Mm-hmm. And they could have easily done it. But it's all, like, decisions that they've made. They're like, we're gonna send Kara and Lena here.
I mean, yeah. It's just... So, season 3 was god-awful. I hated every second of it.
Season 3 was bad. Like, everything... Like, even Mon-El stuff, like, aside, right?
Yeah.
It was bad. They weren't... The show wasn't strong enough to bring in the Legion of Superheroes, first of all.
Yeah.
And then they made the whole thing about, is Kara gonna break up this marriage? That was...
And she didn't.
But that was the A plot to season 3.
It sucked.
And then the B plot was Reign and the World Killers.
Which also sucked.
Which was not interesting.
No. I mean, you know, in season 3, they kind of let a lot of the Supercorp stuff that we love kind of fall flat with the whole, oh, we're sisters type bullshit that they try to pull. But now they're bringing back some of the elements from season 2 that we loved. Like, you know, now you have someone that will protect you always. I will always be your friend and I will always protect you from 2X12 and 2X18 respectively. And now you've got them bringing back
we're
this
gonna be on the same side,
thing.
Always.
Yeah, you've got them bringing that back. And why do you think that is? Interesting.
Exactly. And see, the thing about season 3 was the stakes were too high.
What do you mean?
Like, so the stakes of season... Yeah, the stakes were like, okay, Kara, you're going to save the world from the world killers, or the world's going to be killed.
It was just crappy.
And, like,
I mean, now it's awesome.
The stakes are too high.
Because it's a Russian invasion, bro. Russian invasion, dude. The Cosnians are gonna come. They're gonna come steal your man. Like.
Yeah, and then, like, this season, the stakes aren't. I mean, like, realistically, the stakes are not that high. I mean, it's gonna be not the world. It's gonna be Cosnia.
Taking over America.
So
it's personal. Which is better.
Personal. And then, like, there's the whole, like, Children of Liberty stuff, which is not great.
They're good villains. Like, that's what they are,
villains,
though.
and they are framing them as villains. And I know a lot of people are talking about, like, they're giving them too much, like, time and stuff. And they're making Lockwood out to be too good of a guy, but they're not making Lockwood out to be a good guy at all.
I mean, I think it's important for people to see, even people that you think are good, okay people are capable of horrors and atrocity. You need to always watch your back with shit like that.
Literally,
you know?
yeah. And, like, they're very upfront with their symbolism of what the Children of Liberty are.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely a Nazi allegory. And, you know,
and they're not
it's important to recognize it. To recognize when that kind of evil on screen, you know?
And this is... And season 4, just the villains and it all being social commentary and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's reminiscent of season 1, because that's what that was.
Yeah.
To some degree, you know?
You know what?
And then as soon as we got to the CW, it was like, the Daxamites are invading. Now the world's being killed. Now they're like, now this is an American-centric problem.
It's you know, it's more personal to Kara because she is an American hero more than anything else. She works in America. She, you know, so it's personal for her. If Cosney invades, it's going to fuck up her regular everyday life. It's culture change for her. She's grown to accept Earth's culture, specifically American culture. So it's personal stakes, and I love it. I love it.
Good.
It's amazing.
This season's actually good. The weakest part of the whole season was James and Lena.
Yeah, and they nipped that in the bud, and hopefully they'll keep that down. I think that they will, because, you know, they had her in the lab with him the other day, and they barely spoke to each other. So I think that they're... And Katie said they can't be together.
There's 2 scenes of Lena and James, and it's Lena, Lillian, and James, all 3 of them together. They're never, like, alone. Mm-hmm. But it's the 3 of them together, and it seems to be James is in the hospital bed, and Lena and Lillian are going to be working together to figure out how to fix him.
Yeah, you know what I think? I think that I am hoping that Linda Lee says something about the fact that, you know, one of the big reasons she was okay with fighting Supergirl is because Lex tells Linda that she has usurped your place in this world and she's taken from you. Mm-hmm. So Linda, in some ways, considers Lena hers. Like, Lena is hers, and she's gonna come back to take Lena as her friend. I mean, you saw how much she cared for Lena and how kind she was to her for no reason. You know, and she's coming for it all. She's like, I'm not coming back for what's that fucking quote from, like, the Facebook movie that's like, I'm not coming back for 10%, I'm coming back for all of it. That's Linda with Lena. Like, she's coming for her. She's going for all of it.
The quote from the Facebook movie, whenever he's like, you are the most swagless being to ever walk the earth, or some shit like that.
I've never seen the movie, so I have no idea.
Okay, me either, but I've seen that, at least. Like, you have no swag. That's literally Linda Lee at Kara.
Literally, she was making fun of her clothes and everything. I was rolling in the promo for 4X21.
In a cheerleader skirt.
So good. Good content. I love Linda. I'm so excited to see more of her.
Linda. She's my baby.
Yeah, I hope she's like, Kara, like, I'm gonna finesse Lena. Like, she's mine now. Like, I'm gonna take her from you.
I think they're gonna be arguing. Like, I think they're gonna argue over Lena at one point, like... Linda might even be like, Lena's mine. And Kara's gonna be like, excuse me?
Bro, what if she's like, you took her from me because she believes Kara usurped her? Hello?
Yeah, and also, like, we see, okay, so Linda had this shrine to Kara and Lena, basically, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then she went and she read Kara's diary, which was more pages
all about Lena.
Of Lena. Mm-hmm. So I think there's going to be a part of Linda that truly believes that Kara's in love with Lena, and then her saying, you know, I'm supposed to kill you. She's talking to Lena because she's like, I want to weaken Kara, how to do this.
No, she's talking to Kara, you dork. They black-bagged Kara. Kara's in the hotel with Linda. No. I guarantee you. Yes. We will see next episode. She is.
But how incredible would it be?
Huh?
How incredible would it be if Linda's way of weakening Kara would be to go for Lena?
Oh, that would be exciting if they actually put that, like, towards the end of the episode and that's her holding Lena or something. That would be cool, but we'll see what the writers do. I mean, they've been throwing crazy curveballs. I would love it. I hope we get a Comic Corp scene next scene, but at least I hope we get Linda talking about Lena. Like, I think it would be cool if when they're gonna be fighting and stuff, I hope when she knocks off Linda's helmet, they're like punching each other in the face and stuff. She's like, oh, I'm gonna take Lena from you. You stole her from me. Oh, I'm gonna go get her. And then, like, Kara's just beating her ass. She's like, fuck you. Like, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's where she you know, she believes that, like, Linda's got all this good in her and whatever, and then, like, Linda's like, I'm gonna take your bitch, and Kara's like, I'm gonna whoop that ass, and that's why they're fighting, bro. She's like, nah, I draw the line at Lena. I can excuse homicide on the White House and believe there's good in you, but don't talk about Lena like that.
Literally, no. Julie. Like, if that happens, she's like, I can excuse an entire Russian invasion, but I draw the line at Lena.
Literally. You know what like, they're...
You can excuse a Russian invasion? Or Cosmian?
Dude, you know what the entire, fucking fight between Linda and Kara is gonna be, right?
What?
Like, all women are queens.
She's queens. She's a I'll
that's literally them.
Whenever it comes out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it makes me want to download the promo and gift that, because that's literally their dynamic. I'm sorry, but Linda Lee, misogynist. Just kidding. I love Linda. She would never mistreat a woman she loves. Lena, she's very kind to her, and I'm excited for the Comic Corp and Supercorp to come. This episode had such juicy, amazing Supercorp. Like, God bless. It was amazing. I loved it.
I'm genuinely excited for the show now. Like, each week I'm like, ooh.
More deliciousness.
Huh?
More deliciousness.
I know, like, it's crazy. Is this what it's like whenever your show delivers on quality content?
Is this what it's like to enjoy television?
Is this what it's like? Okay. I've been so, like, caught up in Supercorp that I forgot for a second that Killing Eve existed, and that's not to say
Killing Eve isn't good?
Huh?
You're still saying Killing Eve is great, but the show Supergirl's been so good that it's even made you forget, like, the greatest show on television.
Exactly. It's made me forget the horniest show on television is just The X-Files.
Oh, please.
Hey, fuck you, The X-Files was so horny.
I've never seen it. All I know is there's a dude on there. Hey, give me a break.
Yeah, I know, but he's easy to project onto, and he can just be like, oh, Mulder, I decided is now butch and a woman, so.
Oh, God. You sound like those Thor fans. You're canceled. Oh, God, no. You do sound like them.
You can actually project onto him because he doesn't grow a beard or anything.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of people like Kate McKinnon projecting onto Mulder, so you're half valid. Anyway, guys, stream 4X20 on the CW app. God bless.
It was so good.
It was so good. Bye.
Bye.